Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Friday the 20th of December. The Finance Minister believes New Zealand is through the worst of it in terms of economic pain. Figures from Statistics New Zealand show GDP's fallen 1% in the 3 months to September, a larger fall than predicted by some economists. It makes it the weakest 6 months for the economy since 1991. We're not considering the COVID years. Finance Minister Nicola Willis told Nick Mills on Wellington Mornings business owners are tough and resilient.
We have some really good times ahead of us. We know that with lower interest rates, families will have more money to spend. It'll be easier to borrow for the next project because it will be cheaper.
A proposed law change on academic freedom at New Zealand universities is being welcomed. When introduced in March, it will amend the Education and Training Act and require universities to adopt a freedom of speech statement. They'll also have to report on their commitment yearly. Free Speech Union Chief Executive Jonathan Ayling says academic freedom has been in consistent decline.
These changes threaten to stop that decline in a way. It's not a silver bullet. More needs to be done to ensure that free speech is preserved in our tertiary education.
Festive criticism from Wellington Central's MP dished out to the Housing Minister. Local MP Tamitha Paul has put up a protest banner on the Arlington housing development in Mount Cook, put on hold by Kaianga order. It says this was meant to be 350 public houses. We Chris you a Merry Bishmas, referencing Housing Minister Chris Bishop. Tamitha Paul has posted a video on social media saying the site's sat empty for years.
There's been two governments in the time that this has sat empty, a Labour government and a national government, and it's still empty as we head into Christmas.
Liquidators have paid out more than $400 million to around 10,000 Cryptopia users over the past 2 days. The Christchurch-based cryptocurrency exchange entered liquidation in 2019 after losing around 10% of its assets from a theft, affecting around 960,000 users. Local government New Zealand says the law is preventing community services cards from identifying those needing discounted council services. Current regulations limit who can use it as a form of identification. Those needing discounted council services need to go through a second identification process, an unnecessary hurdle. A reminder to stay cautious behind the wheel after the deaths of 4 people in 3 South Island car accidents. 1 person died and 4 were seriously injured in an Otago crash between 2 cars and a bus yesterday. A pair were killed in Canterbury's Greta Valley last night in a 2-vehicle accident. And 1 person has died in a single vehicle crash in the Mackenzie District's Albury. To sport, Liam Lawson is willing to be the team player that Red Bull needs ahead of his first full season in Formula One. The Kiwi's being confirmed as Red Bull's second driver for 2025, partnering Max Verstappen. Tottenham have edged Manchester United 4-3 to join Liverpool, Arsenal and Newcastle in the semi-finals of English football's League Cup. And a Dear Santa from Rob Penny to World Rugby's governing body. The Crusaders coach has called on the game's power brokers to tidy up its laws around the breakdown and scrum to improve the viewing spectacle. I'm Malcolm Jordan, that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.